Hey guys, how's it going? Just got back from a holiday. As you can see, I'm fairly brown on the skin. Camera can't really show it. I look quite brown up against most people. Got myself a different camera stand. Since I couldn't find my one, I'm kind of holding it on the camera stand there. It's a bit difficult to film like this. Not sure where the other one's gone. This one's quite good, it's a bit better. Just going to go out in my car, get some footage for you guys. I've got the subs in the back like this with no parcel shelf. Going to get rid of that shit on there that I was working with. Parcel shelf is down here. I'm just going to whack in some cold cathode tubes. These are white ones to match my white wheels. Looks really nice in the boot. I'm going to go for white and blue in the boot because it looks impressive. I did try and buy some yellow ones, but the yellow ones are not bright at all. They're really dim. So let's just open her up, go for a little drive. Some real old school for you, Hypnotised. I haven't heard this track on a bass video in absolutely ages. Here is a frequency generator on my phone. Check this shit out. 20 hertz sealed box. I'm going to port it to fix that. Strongest at about 40 hertz at the moment. Alright, one more for you lot. Pink Elephants, have you heard this? If anyone's seen Dumbo, the cartoon, dubstep remix of one of the scenes. I should probably turn that on actually.
Oh yes, pink elephants.
just whacked the subs on. Police car alarm. 11 plate golf alarm. Couldn't seem to get the Mini going though. They're usually quite sensitive. Hey guys, what's going on? It's David's coming at you from this awesome day over in the UK, about 28 degrees Celsius at the moment. So I decided to do some work on my car. Now this is the factory head unit. It has got an auxiliary in input, but you need the special cable that goes round to the back of it. So I'm just going to be taking this off, having a look around the back, seeing that's where it plugs in. Also there's a couple of other things I want to check around the back of here. Another thing I found interesting, these end buttons, they don't actually do anything, obviously for a higher model of the Proton. So what I'm going to do is I can pop these off, not that I can do it with one hand of course, I need two hands to bloody do it, that's it. And as you see there's like a gap there. And there's also a nice little gap in the front cover. So if I wanted, I could put in a couple of extra switches that are about this size and just run the wires past this bit round the back into the back of the dashboard, and maybe have some lights, maybe have some speakers or amps or something running off those push buttons, which would be quite handy. But that's for a later project. Right for now, I'm just going to go in the back of here and just try and hook up my auxiliary cable. Now secondly, I was going to get an aftermarket head unit for this, but looking around the area, I don't want to like draw too much attention to this car. I mean, it's yellow as it is. It's got like big racing rims and lowering. This car will draw quite a bit of attention. And if someone's just walking past and they see a nice DVD head unit in there, they're just going to be like, you know, they might draw some more attention to it, more possibility of it getting nicked or getting broken into. So I thought, nah, forget that. I'll leave it standard. And it looks quite nice, clean standard anyway. It gives a fairly good sound, and I've got the subs running up to it fine, so why change it for now? I might do in the future when I can park this in a garage overnight, but for now I'm going to leave it as standard. As you can see, just getting to the screws that are in there. There's two there, and then under here, I haven't quite worked out how to get this bit off yet, but there's another one in there. There we go, managed to get it out. That's what's left. As you see, there's no cage for a new head unit anyway. Alright guys, I'm pretty excited today because although I'm still using the factory head unit, my little wire came today, so I can hook up my iPod, so I haven't got to be worrying about bloody CDs. This doesn't even take MP3 CDs, so I'm back in the old days where I can only fit 20 or 21 tracks on a CD, and it's like, oh, that's fucking long, you can't even see the track name. So I got myself the auto leads wire that allows me to connect my iPod or any auxiliary in actually. I can connect anything to that. I could connect my electric guitar, I could connect like a PSP, I could connect my mobile for talking to people, anything in there, just an auxiliary cable, any sound source will do. So that's pretty sweet. So I'm going to get together, whacking this in, screwing it back together and testing out some bass on my iPod, because I've got some good tunes on my iPod that I want to test out in here that I haven't had a chance to do on the CD. Then what I'll do is I'll drive to a deserted spot and play you some motherfucking bass and show you some excursion with these Pioneers. Ideally, I want to get 6 of these Pioneer TS-W121SPLs. They're crazy 2000 watt versions, and I want to get 6 of them. I don't know, I fucking put them in a box and I'm gonna port it up and I'm gonna flex the hell out of this car. Stay tuned guys. So I'm up in the Proton tonight. I've got my auxiliary wire fitted. Woo! So now, oh Jesus Christ, I can't really pick that up very well, can it? So now I can roll in the car. I've got my phone with me at the moment because my iPod just happens to run out of battery when I want it to use. So I'm using my phone at the moment just to test it out. Sounds really nice. It's a clean signal, goes right through to the back of the head unit. I've got my subs on my little switch here. Turns them on and off. Let's turn some light on in here. At the moment, this is what I've got going on in the boot. Blue LED strips. They're not fixed very well because they're not permanent. I only put them in there very temporary whilst I got some yellow ones. So now I've got some yellow ones in my hand. Let's go and hook them up and see what they look like. They look alright. They're not very bright though. It looks more orange on this camera, but they are pretty yellow. But they're not as bright, anywhere near as bright as the blue ones.